So if you like what you hear, cut.
I hit it.
I love what I hear. Do that again.
Hit it.
Love heat. I want some heat.
Welcome to another installation of TechTalk. Yes, it's Friday. We are so happy to be back. It's an incredible day here in Melbourne. Blue skies, happy people. Hey boys, how are y'all?
Fantastic. And thanks for asking this week, Daniel.
Thanks, Dan. Really well, mate.
And hi, Gwen.
You always ask how I'm going.
He does.
How are you allowed to be? I thought you were in lockdown, Milan.
I'm essential.
You're essentially sitting in your van.
He's in a bubble.
Exactly. I'm bubble wrapped and I'm safe. And this is where I live as well, in the van.
Yeah. You say you're safe. That's the main thing.
And everybody around me is safe too, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Great.
What do we got today?
All right, guys. Well, it's definitely a big topic today, whether it be amount we're going to talk about it, but I think it's a very, very important topic with all such good quality work going on out there and sort of real high standard work getting better and better and just what's happening out there. I thought we'd talk about building value and as far as building value for your business and that sort of thing there. But that also translates, and it's also very important that it translates through because then it comes out in the industry and obviously builds that value for the industry as well as for your business as well. So yeah, good topic, guys. So let's sink our teeth in.
Fantastic.
Right.
So, are we talking about creating value but not dropping our price?
Oh, could you do both, please?
No.
Why not?
I honestly think creating value in your business is where it's at the moment. I mean, firstly, like we've just been having a conversation then on the quality of work that's out there at the moment and what a lot of the contractors throughout Australia and you know, a bit further than that are producing some fantastic floors.
Yeah, amazing.
And it's so impressive. It's come a long way since back in the day.
Yeah, giving it some
That's
real
for sure.
credibility.
Definitely. And I'm sorry if I'm doing a bit of moving around in this talk, guys, but I've done a shoulder. I'm going to be stretching it out as I can. So, but anyway.
The last 2 years in the mechanically polishing concrete industry, the quality has just gone astronomically through the roof. And it's across the board. Everyone has responded to what's going on in the market, and everyone is playing at a much higher level now. And we've all done that together as an industry. Everyone is an integral spoke in the wheel of this industry. And, you know, I guess we're checking in with everyone to say, hey, you're doing really, really amazing stuff, but don't forget yourself in this wheel that is the industry, and ensure that you're also being rewarded for what you're providing for your customers. If you're doing a much better service, offering a much better service, creating a much better product, are you making sure that you're actually being rewarded for that too? Is that in line with what you're giving today? We hear a lot of people say, you know, price, and we know that's always going to be the issue in any kind of any business. But there's always ways that we can value engineer our sales process and make sure that even if the price is thin, there's other ways to create value for ourselves in the sales process.
So I guess what you're saying there, Joshy, is a few little things on that is if we're selling our floors at a reasonable price, if we're saying at 120 a metre as a standard throughout Australia, there's no point trying to bring that down if we're in the middle of a sales process, if we've started the sales process, because there's a lot of other things that I was speaking to Dan about before, little things that you can add in there in your sales process, like, you know, a free clean at the end, a free buff, you know, free being a pretty free word, but, you know, just a nice little clean up at the end of the job, just before fit out, and maybe some negotiations with still keeping the same meter rate, but, you know, offering some, you know, testimonials or some kind of extra work or some leads that can be brought their way. So just leveraging on other ideas on how to create value to your customer is a good way to go.
Look, everyone's trying to build that gallery of projects that they've completed. And from a contractor's perspective, I look at social media and I see amazing looking floors, absolutely incredible looking floors, masterpieces of floors, and they're surrounded by either, you know, unfinished gyprock or stud wall, right? And that's I can see what's being posted and it's mind blowing, but the frame around it lets it down. So let's say, for instance, we're trying to build our gallery, build some value around our gallery, and we say, look, I know that you have this price point in mind, and it's not what I want to do the job for. Look, I can give you the same finish that we've been talking about, deliver on all those sorts of things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it for the same price. Now, bear with me here. I'm going to give you X. I'm going to give you one room in this house for free on one proviso. And the proviso is that I know that you're building an incredible looking house here, and it's something you guys have put a lot of effort and time into. And I know that there are people out there who are going to love what you're doing in here. And I just want to be able to write a contract with you that says, once your place is fully furnished, we get a window of 3 hours that we can come in, take some photos of your incredible abode, and get your feedback on why you used our services. Now, is it possible that that's going to generate more value for you than the discount to get the project is worth?
That's good language.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? They're going to tell their friends who are probably at a similar stage in their life, looking at doing similar types of things with similar types of materials, looking for a similar kind of contractor. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And their friends are going to say, how much did it cost per square meter? $150, but he gave me that room for free, and you can find us on the internet. Right? What was the price?
$150.
What was the price?
150.
What did you discount?
I think the other side of it too, Josh, is when you're talking about, this is almost like a retail scenario when you're walking in a homeowner's front door. But I think when this sort of language, I mean, what's the other side of the coin talking to builders? I mean, they're going to be even more open to that sort of thing, aren't they?
I strongly recommend having a wholesale price for your builders and a retail price for your homeowners. Definitely.
But even building value on that wholesale price is in that sense, similar thread. You know what I mean? Not chucking money at it, but chucking value at it and working something out.
Always.
And I could say straight away there that within that sales process, that little skit that we are doing there, Josh, I could almost guarantee that you've got the job already. If you're starting to ask questions like that to the builder or client or whoever it may be, and you're starting to talk about all these other things that potentially your competitors aren't, because they're driving on price and trying to win it by price. If you're having those conversations and you're engaged in that type of communication, you're 99% of the way there. Because I can assure you, if the other person's not doing it, they're going to feel pretty comfortable going with you. So, but we really want everyone to be talking like that, so we can all be doing 150 a square meter floor.
But it's not just that. The other thing is, what have you just created? You just didn't just create value, but you just sent, let's say, homeowners. You have 2 salesmen on the street talking about what they're getting done to their house. So you didn't just do that. Also have people now talking about what you're going to do, and that's going to be like exciting for them. Well, for me, in a very similar situation, like in a hairdresser environment, is when I was in my salon, you have a lot of gentlemen who come in, get a haircut, and you have a lot of ladies. Like, where's the money? The money is in the ladies. They like the hair, they like the colors, product. So you go in, you provide them a really good service, and at the end say, hey, if you recommend me one of your friends to come in to get a similar service done if you like your hair, in return, I will not drop the price on your hair, but I will give you a shampoo and conditioner as part of my service to thank you for recommending a person to me. So basically, it's a very small price for me to pay, but I kept my integrity in my pricing. So basically, similar thing, but I think this is absolute gold, guys. It's definitely holds a lot of value.
Absolutely. You can apply to the floors as well. End of the project, you can have a little, a maintenance pack that you give to your customer, totally care, and a microfiber mop to maintain that beautiful floor that you just delivered. So there's definitely things that you can add value than just cutting your price.
With your business card on it.
Exactly right.
Always.
Because there's so much more things that you can do in getting across the line with the customer, because you've got to build the value. They're not just paying X amount of dollars for a floor, they're getting so much more for that price, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And every quality contractor's had the telephone call from the customer that went with the lower price. and they call up and say, what can we do about this? And it's all about trying to avoid that circumstance.
That's it.
Remember also, what is the flaw worth to the customer as well? You got to understand what is it worth to them. So whether they're going to go with a different flooring option, there's all sort of different maintenance levels associated with that. So you've got to really show the benefits of a polished concrete floor over the other floor coverings, for example, as well, which is going to build value. Yes, if you look at it on paper, it might be slightly more, but overall value, because we're talking about value, that's where the sell is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, the other thing, coming back to what we said earlier, like the quality out in the industry, we've got a little feature here of some of the work what's been featured on the Works Plus Instagram account of people who have been also creating absolute magic work out there. So here it is.
I hope they're charging $1 million a square metre for this stuff, because they should.
I'm wrapped.
So if you like what you heard today, you can hit the link below. It's taking you to the Business Works page, and there's a great video speaking about value and value of your business. So check it out and see what Jaka has to say.
Business Works.
Cool.
Nice one, gang.
All right, guys. Well, you heard Ryan there. Get on to Business Works. Have a look-see. Thanks very much again this week, guys. I think it was a good one. So
Thank you.
looking forward to next week as always. Everyone have a fantastic weekend.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
And keep on pumping out that killer work. Love it.
Yeah.
Beauties.
Yeah.
Cut.
Cut.